Yeah, so I don't know so much about cars, but this will definitely get me interested in them. Anyways, though, I had this manga in my bookmark or in my watch list for the longest time because I was so caught by surprise by the cover. I mean, the volume 1 cover is absolutely eye candy, especially for the type of characters that I am into, that being either the punky or the gal looking ones. And for the most part, they turn out to be stories about the gal or the, I guess, punky looking character picking on the otaku main character. And I just thought that I was going to get myself into just some romance slop. But my gosh, dude, I was taken aback because I did not expect the actual official translation for this manga to be called How to Handle My Sassy Big Sis, or another name that it also goes by, Making My Cheeky Gal Sister Understand, which is absolutely insane for a title. And you would think to yourself, yeah, this is probably not a manga, but believe me or not, it is a manga. It's not what you thought it was. I thought it was definitely an adult looking story because when you read the first chapter, judging by the art, it looks extremely rough, something that you really wouldn't see in an official, I guess, release for a manga. Most of the time the lines and everything look very clean, but everything looks extremely rough, almost sketchy looking. So I really thought that I was getting myself into something, not appropriate for all ages. And believe it or not, the first few chapters, they are not, dude. I mean, I'm not going to lie. They had some very suspicious panels. I think this only happens once, if I'm not wrong. But similar to what you do see in My Dress Up Darling with those characters, especially in the manga. Not necessarily in the anime, but in the manga. And you know what chapters I'm talking about. But this only happens once in the manga. And I thought that, it was going to carry out through the entire time. I was a little bit disappointed, but not so much because it did become a, I guess, decent story. It wasn't necessarily bad, but what did get to me was this whole brother sister thing. I am not a huge fan on it, and I really am not the biggest fan where they grow up together and they kind of fall in love with each other toward the end. I don't know why I'm able to read this one more. It's not like I enjoy it, but it's more like I'm annoyed that I have to know how this freaking ends, because if you want to know what the story is about, this is your spoiler warning. But as the title kind of suggests, it's about a brother and sister relationship where the sister is actually not a blood relative. In fact, she is just a, I guess, foster child, as she was picked up by this family, and she feels very isolated. She feels like she is just being a burden to them all, and she kind of goes rogue and develops this very harsh, sharp-tongued personality and dresses this way because, I mean, she feels outcasted and she's kind of like not all that well in the head. But the brother is making an effort to actually make her feel like she is actually part of the family. And it's kind of wholesome at that aspect, but it does come off a little wonky. And I don't know how I feel about that relationship earlier on in the series, but then it kind of gets wholesome where, she actually gets some character development and she can stand up for herself because, mind you, she is not a very, I guess, strong-willed person. She is pretty much a pushover, and people try to take advantage of her. She almost got to take advantage of at the first arc, but her brother was there to save her. But she actually was able to defend herself later on within the series. But lo and behold, where we are at the story right now, there is a yandere that is out for the MC, and my gosh, let me tell you, she's absolutely nuts. And I mean in the best way possible, but at the same time, worst way possible in terms of the story, because she is trying to meddle between their relationship. It doesn't sound all that bad when it comes to actually meddling with their relationship, but she is really just poking at it so much to the point where, one, it obviously annoys the main character, but two, it starts bothering the sister as well, because little does she know is that she is actually developing some sort of feelings for that little brother. And that's where I'm like, okay, man, you know what? Just go for the yandere, because she's not a bad option either. She's all for you. But where it seems to be right now is that she does not care. I'm talking about the yandere girl. Does not care to be the third player, the third person, within the relationship. She would be standing or sitting in the cuck chair. No, it's crazy. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. And I don't know why I've gotten myself so far into this story. But, I mean, is it bad? Kind of. Is it terrible? Not really. Is it good? No. I really don't know why I'm even making a video on this. I think I'm just actually just shocked to see where this story was actually at, and I'm sad that it is the way it is. But yeah, no, I'm surprised. I really did like the way this character looked, and it's so unfortunate that it went to this type of story. It's kind of just like a dumpster fire, but I guess a dumpster fire that you can't look away from, and that's where I'm at right now. Really, the only character that does actually carry this story is the main character's, I guess you can call him a friend, not necessarily a best friend, but at least a friend, because he's not a jerk to him. In fact, he's the one that I'm pretty sure knows the gal sister as well. And he did some, I guess, pretty Chad stuff to break tension within the class. So that I could respect as a character and as a friend. So honestly, this is probably the only best character within the story this far. Everybody else is just kind of mid. I mean, I like the Yandere. I like Yandere characters. So if anything, she's probably the second main character. Is a little crazy, so he's probably at the bottom. And the gal sister, well, if she wasn't so much of a doormat, then I would probably like her a lot more. I really hope she develops a little bit more because yes, I'm going to be reading this story to see where it ends. I just really hope that her character development impresses me. But yeah, no, if y'all have seen this series, let me know down in the comments below. Now, one thing I will say is that this is a multiversal story, if that makes sense. There's different routes, and if you're a big brained and made it this far into the video, then you can kind of connect those dots and where they may lead. And yeah, no, it's not pretty, but appreciate y'all for hanging around. If you made it this far into the video, why not drop a like and subscribe, as that does help around on my channel a lot. Anyways though, y'all have a wonderful freaking day, and I'll see y'all next time. Adios, guys.